Hey, how's it going, everyone? I've noticed you've been checking out my rad gaming mouse. What if I told you this bad boy only cost a whopping $4? And it's lasted since 2015. That's right, this mouse has been through the ringer and is still kicking. Well, was. Lately though, it's been feeling a bit under the weather. Beyond its obvious battle scars, the left click is no longer consistently working and won't hold. So let's take it apart and see what we could find. Okay, so we're just gonna peel back the all-important tape that holds the whole thing together, and yeah. When taking apart old and inexpensive technology like this, you really have to keep in mind the fragility of it. Any moment it could just combust, and nothing you can do about that, so you gotta be careful. It's just like the bomb I made in my backyard. Any moment, just government doesn't know about, and anyways, moving on, forget about it. Alright, well, we got the piece of shit taken apart, and as I suspected, the wires, I think, crimped or bent or something, who knows. So we'll undo the solder points on the board and take the wires out. I'll try to do this with my old, barely working soldering iron. Thing sucks, so we'll see how that goes. We'll apply a bit of flux to the solder points and hope that helps. And then we'll take our soldering iron to it, and this will take a bit because the thing, doesn't work very well. And gets really hot in the handle, right where your thumb goes. In fact, I think it did a better job at burning my finger than it did heating up the solder. Yeah, I struggled with this for a while. It did work eventually though, you could, did eventually get hot enough to release the solder and the wires. You could hear that now, right here. There. Alright, well, we'll cut back the wires, see what we're working with, try to just strip it. These wires were so thin, my wire cutter didn't actually have the right gauge for them, so I just had to use the wire cutter part and try not to cut into the wires. Well, okay. I did all the soldering off camera because it was just as painful, That old soldering iron didn't work very well. However, we got it all back together here, and gonna give it a test, make sure it all works. Everything was working except for the left click. In fact, the left click was worse now, and if anything, I just made it 10 times worse, because now it doesn't even register a click. Like once out of like 20 times, so the thing's cooked, absolutely cooked, just a waste of time. Rest in peace, love you, Dollar Store Mouse. I'll never forget you.